Hello, Professor. My name is Likita Nawala, and today I'm presenting my project Optimizing Growth Strategies. And I've used Excel Solver and presented my analysis for country-wise GDP dynamics in the global economic landscape. So, in the introduction, we're going to talk about what is GDP, economic power of cities, and emerging market cities. So, what is GDP? As we know, GDP is total value of final product or service within a country over a specific time, including both market and non-market outputs. And the city contributes about 80% of global GDP, while housing contributes only 50% of the population. And 600 metro areas generate half of global GDP. Rising new hubs, global growth, replacing traditional developed policies. The factors driving metropolitan economies is educated workforce, investing in advanced infrastructure, spirit of enterprise and innovation, challenges for cities like inequality, pollution, segregation. So the problem statement is spatial economic inequality, like income-based sorting, has intensified residential segregation. Let's say middle class families in the urban areas decreased from 70% to 40%, and the things that contributing these factors are income disparities, housing quality, sewage restrictions, and infrastructure quality, etc. Technology and global impacts, innovations like shipping containers, metaverses, and international evolution intersects, which increase the job competition and inequality within cities, declining opportunity for the mid-skilled workers. And the consequences are rising income and spatial disparities within metropolitan areas. So the proposal solution for this is improving infrastructure for productivity and efficiency, and equitable economic policies to reduce income inequality, and providing affordable housing and access to technology for excluded groups. And the collaboration for change is investment in education for all skilled labors and helping them in skill development, diversified and resourceful policies for economic resilience. So we have done a case example from UK's labour market inequality, which shows high level wage and earnings disparity since the 1980s. And the key that drives this is technology shifts, skill damage, demand changes, and labor contract reforms. So the objectives is optimize resource allocation, boost urban economic contribution, streamline global trade and investment, foster inclusive development, like developing a model to allocate resources in sectors like technology, focuses on high potential metropolitan areas, identify trade parties and sectors to strengthen global economic integration, and implement plans for skill development tech adoption. So the study one, GDP prediction using ARIMA, which shows, and the objective of this is predicted GDP for the USA, China, and India, which are features of powers using ARIMA. So the methodology data is from 1990 to 2022 from World Bank, and evaluation is residual analysis and mapping. So the second case study is intellectual property rights and economic growth. So the key findings are new universal IP strategy for GDP growth and strong IPR framework accelerate economic growth in knowledge-driven economics. So the data structure is GDP overview from 2023 and GDP per capita, country level GDP highlights Germany, which has the highest GDP at 2978 for 21, and UK, France, Italy, Korea were at moderate GDPs. Australia, Mexico, Netherlands with mid-range GDPs, and Poland, Belgium, Switzerland, Chile, Spain, and Czech Republic at lowest GDPs. You can see in this data structure with the colors representing light blue to dark blue vary with 0. Less than 0.28 trillion GDP to greater than 4.23 trillion GDP. So this is the data we have obtained, with Germany being the highest GDP and Czech Republic having the least GDP. This is the bar graph from United Kingdoms to, and this is the GDP, sorry, of Germany metropolitan cities, of all the cities. So from Germany's top GDP contributing metropolitan areas, the first one is always Berlin. It has key in governance, business, tourism, and Munich with tech hub, tourism leader, and Frankfurt financial, like stock exchange, ECB. When UK metropolitan GDP was rocked by London, which dominates at 1900k, when Leeds, other cities with modern GDP, small cities contribute below 550,000, and insights stock disparity with London as a primary hub. So this is the bar graph of GDP of Czech Republic, with only 4 cities driving it. So the Czech Republic GDP breakdown with the cities Prague, Brno, Ostrava, Blends, with GDP less than 40,000 for the Brno and others, and the leading one driving at 120k. So the methodology is strategic analysis of GDP using Excel solver and combining quantitative and qualitative analysis. The goal is optimize global economic performance and identify cost-effective growth strategies. And the objective is Excel-based linear programming to optimize GDP growth. We have mainly focuses on area like minimize inefficiencies and cost, ensure sustainable and economic visible growth, incorporate historical and predictive data strategy. So the methodology we have used is objective function, decision variables, constraints. So objective function is called equation representing the optimization goal, which identifies the best value by adjusting decision variables. Decision variables, the role is parameter solver adjust to meet objectives, and the example is resource allocation across sectors or regions. And to the constraints, which is defined as conditions that restrict decision variables, and the implementation is represented using inequality equations. And the solver method is we have used technique simple LP method for linear programming problems and adjusting decision variables to achieve optimal solution within constraints. And the outcome is sustainable development and efficient resource allocation, economical viable strategies tailored to global and regional needs. So the analysis and the results are some of the products of weights and GDPs. So the weights are initially set to 0, representing original GDP values. Like the maximized GDP is equals to sum of D2 and 315 columns. So these are the analysis and results we have obtained. So the analysis and results. The key parameters are decision variables, constraints, maximum weight, product constraint, solving method. The algorithm we have used is simple LP for efficient linear method. So these are the results. So the maximized GDP is equals to this value at the end. So the maximum total GDP reached this value, which is the highest one, and higher weights assigned to larger GDP countries like United Kingdom, Germany, and lower weights assigned to smaller economic countries like Belgium and Switzerland. Blue bars are original GDP, and orange bars indicate maximum GDP post optimization. So, the impact on high GDP countries is increases in countries like Germany and the United Kingdom, optimized weight like their contribution to the total GDP, impact on low GDP countries like lowered their assigned weights due to smaller economic size. And this is the original GDP versus maximized GDP represented in bar charts. And this is the bar chart representing maximum GDP, minimum GDP, and average GDP, with orange being original GDP and with blue being original GDP and orange being adjusted GDP. So the conclusion we have come is using Excel solver to optimize GDP allocation via linear programming and prioritizing large economies like UK, Germany for higher GDP growth, smaller economies saw minimal changes due to lower weight assignments, highlighted optimization value in economic planning and resource allocation. Thank you, Professor.